Disclaimer, while this video does discuss piracy, it does not endorse it. It is simply a discussion about the views of people on it. Hey Yokai Watchers, it's Dale Games here, and today I'm going to break down the Yokai Watch fandom controversy. A few days ago, a fan team announced that they would be remaking Yokai Watch 2 for Switch, VR, and PC. The Western fan base was very much excited for this, while the Japanese fan base was very angry and ratted out to level 5. This caused a lot of arguments between the two sides, and we're going to get into that later. But to start, level 5 gave us a statement on piracy and illegal distribution. We want to address a serious issue we have recently observed, the unauthorized reproduction and distribution of our game software across certain online communities. Except where specifically permitted under copyright law or other accessible regulations, reproducing, modifying, or editing our game software without our authorization, as well as distributing or selling such materials to third parties constitutes copyright infringement, regardless of the purpose or intended use. I want to make it clear that we will continue to pay close attention to these activities. To protect our work, we will take necessary legal action against any such copyright infringement, including content removals and account suspensions. We would also like to ask our community to refrain from downloading or using pirated copies of our games. Thank you for respecting our work. We are working hard to ensure that everyone can enjoy our games safely and fairly. Breaking down the statement here, it's very clear that they don't want this project to happen, but more importantly, they might be going after mods and fan games now. Mods being gone would be horrible for the community, as they keep the games alive with new content for fans to play and provide language translation for games that Level 5 never gave us official translations for. If Level 5 starts going after those mods, it's going to ruin the fan base, and honestly, I won't be supporting any of their future work if that happens. Western fans are very angry that this is being taken down, as Level 5 has been neglecting us for 7 years now. There is no official legal way to obtain new copies of the Yokai Watch games, and with games such as Yokai Watch 4 and Yokai Watch 1 for Nintendo Switch never being released in the West, many fans felt like they had to take things into their own hands with translation mods. It also doesn't help that games such as Yokai Watch 3 are being sold for over $600 used, which isn't easy money for many to get. Because of this, many fans resorted to piracy, an illegal act to get content to these games. They saw it as morally okay, even if it's not legally okay, as Level 5 isn't making any money off of these games, and they want to be able to enjoy them. The CEO of Valve said it best. The easiest way to stop piracy is not by putting anti-piracy technology to work, it's by giving people a service that's better than what they're receiving from pirates. This is a matter of there not being a better service. And this fan project was going to require you to use a ROM to be able to access it. A ROM is something on your game card that with a modded 3DS you can extract and use on your computer. Summarize, fans want access to these games and are fed up with Level 5. Now for the Japanese fanbase reaction. The Japanese fanbase, meanwhile, is celebrating this as their culture seems to have a deep-rooted respect for corporations. It doesn't help that just modding your console in Japan can get you in prison for 5 years. Piracy is illegal, and there's a big lack of respect for anyone that does it, as there seems to be a whole thing about how laws equal morality, which many people don't agree with. I'm not going to get into that topic really today. And it doesn't help that there's seemingly a lot of gatekeeping and racism happening. Alongside name-calling from the Japanese side of the fan base, with many saying disgusting things I can't repeat on this channel. Others are also talking about how you should just learn Japanese or something isn't released in your area, it's not for you, which is a bad mindset. Some are a lot more rational, seeing how translation mods are required for the Western fans to continue to have access to full enjoyment of these games, but others are stubborn. It also doesn't help that many are just saying, well, just wait for an official release. Just use a 3DS. Have you seen the price of a 3DS these days? We need new official ways to play these games. These people are just being obnoxious, basically. What it comes down to, it's obnoxious gatekeeping, And it very much just comes down to cultural differences and deep-seated mindset differences. It also doesn't help that many are calling us thieves and saying we should die, which is just really messed up. If you're saying that, I think you have to reevaluate your own mindset. As for legally speaking, while it is a bit disappointing, Level 5 has complete legal rights to take down this project. And I don't blame them, as if they do plan to put these games on PC or Switch in the future, it could lower overall sales. I fully get that. But Level 5 is claiming that this is to ensure everyone can enjoy their games safely and fairly. Has also pissed people off, though, as there is no fairly. Multiple of these games are not available worldwide, and threatening to take legal action against these mods is just messed up. Modding has always been a legal gray area, but companies such as Sega have supported it, and Sega is a Japanese company. I think Level 5 needs to go the route of Sega and reevaluate how fan creations can help make things excited, like it's more exciting, and keep fans with more content. And to continue on, mods are just very useful for fan bases. Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale and Deltarune, has released the game in English and Japanese, but on others because he wants to know those languages so they're up to his standards. But he doesn't get angry and shut down mods and fan games. He encourages those translation mods so more people can play them, but he doesn't want to make an official one because it doesn't matter, because he wants to be able to make sure it's perfect to what he wants. And that's perfectly understandable, but again, he's supporting the fan translations. These companies need to support those. And if they're going to start taking those down, that is just a bad thing, you know? So I guess overall, things are just not very good in the fandom. The two sides are increasingly hostile in a Twitter war, and Level 5 is just not making things better. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on the situation. Till next time, keep on yokai watching.